Good morning, guys. Welcome to the 1st of April. So, this hopefully goes online here in a second. This new system Facebook set up doesn't give you a whole lot of feedback up front. So, let me get this shared out to the community. If you're looking for a place where you can have emotional shelter, you can be seen, loved, you can get guidance, you get believed, somebody actually believes what's going on in your world, they've got your back. Join the community. The link is above on Facebook, below on YouTube, and if you're on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, because I release videos multiple times a week. So welcome, guys. Good morning. Let's see here. Let me go here. Let's talk about grief. Let's have an honest discussion about the kind of changes that are going on here, because, things are different for us, right? Things aren't going to be the same when this passes. People have lost jobs. They've lost, friends and family, spouses, parents, some siblings because of the virus. Dreams have been shattered. Weddings, graduations, business hopes and desires. I mean, there's people who launched businesses the day everything kind of collapsed. That's a huge hit. I've personally been through that before. There are things that have changed. And sometimes when I look at my Facebook feed, it's like people aren't acknowledging this, right? That they're like, let's business as usual. Let's get out there and market and advertise. Yeah, there needs to be some normalcy, but we also need to be really, really honest with ourselves, because there are things that are different, fundamentally different. And while that difference creates a huge space for opportunity, right? Growth, new things to do, and new things to accomplish, that change comes with loss. It comes with grief. It comes with things that we need to wrestle with, both collectively and individually. And I just want to take some time and honor that, because with healing from codependency, grief is going to be a constant in your world. It's going to be something you experience on a regular basis, because codependency is largely founded in a fantasy. It's based on the hopes of what the other person or system or people will be. And to exit codependency means you have to exit the fantasy. You have to confront it. You have to pop it. And you have to get connected back to your reality. And it's really, really a challenging experience to encounter that, to confront it, and to make it your own. That's what we're doing here collectively, is confronting our own fantasies, confronting the sadness and loss that is apparent in our worlds right now. And that matters. When we honor what we're experiencing, we're honoring the grief, the things we didn't get that we needed, the things that we had that we've now lost. We're getting in connection with our true self, that real, genuine, innate being that we be. And this allows us to live. It allows us to even love and to connect again and to create again and to take new, daring leaps into the future. So grief is a very important component or a part of our journey out of codependency and into our brilliance. And it's a big element of our own collective and individual journey right now. So I want to acknowledge it. Let's put it on the table. There's some big shit that's gone down, right, guys? There's been big changes. There are things going on we don't want to deal with. What have you had to change because of what you're experiencing? What has, what's been lost? Comment below what's been lost for you. For me, it has altered business revenue expectations, which alters some of my personal goals and ambitions for myself and for my children and for things we were going to do this year. It has affected how I approach marketing, because in 3 weeks we're relaunching the happiness strategy But how do I do that in the middle of this, right? While respecting what's going on? Because I know that many of you want to be in that. I get those messages from you, but there's that anxiety about money. There's that anxiety about focus. These are big hits. These are changes to what's going on for us, what we can expect. So what have you had to change? What have you lost? What has been altered in your world because of this? Let's honor it. Let's give it a witness. Let's respect it. Let's put it where it belongs, which is in a nice little, hold space for it. Love, with respect, with kindness. Okay, so comment below. Let me know. Because part of processing grief is witness. It's having the witness of what is going on and the validation of its importance. Okay? A lot of times, I see this almost daily in the community. It is a frequent topic that comes up with me and my students in the happiness strategy or my private clients. And that is the expression of loss, of what wasn't, of what won't be, and what we thought we had that we actually didn't, those kind of things. And I find that when we give honor and space to that, it helps us bridge the chasm, and it helps bring comfort to the anguish. And that's the goal here. This wholeness that we be includes grief, guys. It includes this loss. It includes being honest with ourselves about it, because there's a lot of this positivity out there. Oh, there's opportunities out there, and there is there's nothing wrong with this positivity, but it cannot be truly positive without the balance of understanding and respecting the impact of what's going on and what has happened for us, right? So let's not deny these other elements here, especially if paradoxically honoring your grief feels light. Right? It feels like it brings relief. It brings peace. That's what it does for me. Because coincidentally, this is a time of grief for me just because of my own personal history. Usually this time of year is heavy, or can't say it's heavy in the respect that it's untrue. It is somber. I mean, there's a lot of things in the next next 17 days that happened in my life that were mother's death, friends dying, a couple of suicides during that point in time, a divorce started at this time, all in the mix of my birthday month, birthday time, and all that. It's a complex time for me. And then we have this joy with COVID. So I just want to acknowledge that, and I want you to know that you're acknowledged. I see you. I hear you. What you're going through and what you've lost and what you've endured matters in my space. I hold space with that. And if you want to be held in that space, here you are. This is a great time for that. So amongst all the push for productivity or positivity or looking at opportunity, also include in this rest, include in it honor for the grief that you might feel at this time or that you may feel in the future. When you honor grief, you're honoring the love that has no place to land. You're honoring your brilliance. You're honoring your wholeness. Grief is a respect for what has been contributed to the world, what has been lost to the world, and what really matters to you. Because fundamentally, from my point of view, you matter intrinsically, period. You don't have to question it. Your feelings, your losses, your hopes, your desires, your anger, your frustration, your love, your joy, the being that you be matters. Because you're worth knowing, loving, and keeping that way. So part of that is that grief. That's really all I have to say today, guys. These videos are supposed to go on longer and blah, blah, blah. But really, it's just honoring your grief. It's honoring who you are, where you're at in your journey. Because guess what? You don't have to be anything. You have all the right to take up the space of being frustrated or grieving or playful. If you're playful right now and you're joyful and you're interested in things and you've got this vision that's inspired by this deep joy of value in you, go for it. Run with it. Let it happen. But if you are grieving, you're not alone in that. Let's honor that too. Okay? I appreciate you guys. Remember that you're worth knowing, loving, and keeping. I love you. And if you're ready to make that leap in your codependency, you want guidance on managing or moving through back to who you truly are, check out the links above if you're on Facebook, below if you're on YouTube, for the happiness strategy. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Honor that grief. We'll move forward from here. Thank you. Bye-bye.